Okay guys, so I'm going to help you out today by considering one of the k questions. This one that we've got is we've got x squared add k minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. We're told in the question that it has two real roots, meaning that the discriminant must be bigger than 0. So let's start by taking the numbers of a, b and c and plugging them into the discriminant. So this is my b and I'm going to square it. I'm going to take away 4, lots of a, lots of c, and we know that that is equal to 0. So far, what I've got is a quadratic, which is already in complete square format. Luckily for us, that may come in useful. Now, what I need to do is I need to establish for which values of k this is bigger than 0. Now, the most common mistake that people make is simply just consider that this equals 0, solve it. So in this case, k minus 3 is equal to plus or minus 2. So k is either 5 or 1. Okay? Because I've taken plus or minus 2 and added 3. So therefore, if k is 5 or 1, then k must be bigger than 5 or k must be bigger than 1. Okay? But that doesn't work. K can't be bigger than 5 and bigger than 1, because that just implies that it's bigger than 1. It makes no sense to us. So we have to understand that quadratics react differently than a linear equation would when solving them with an inequality. We can't just pretend that this is an equal sign and put it back in later like we can with linear ones. So we need to consider that yes, although when it equals to 0, these would be my intercepts. Like, I am right to say that. I'm also right to say that I could work out what the y value would be by letting k is equal to 0, which would be minus 3 squared minus 9 minus 4, plus 9 minus 4, which is 5. So this is my graph of what k is doing, as opposed to the output of k. This is not the graph of the original equation. This is the graph of how k is reacting when we take away 3, square it, take away 4. That's what's going on. Now, for the values of k, for which this gives an answer bigger than 0, we must be talking about things above this line. This is the output, so we must be talking about this section of the graph. So my values for k, for which gave me these as an outcome, must have been on that side of 5 in order for the answer to be positive, and on this side of 1. So I have to say that my values must be bigger than 5, and my values must be less than 1. Anything in between would have given us a negative output, which isn't what we were looking for. Now, we're not allowed to include those values of k, because if we did include them, this would equal 0, and we're not allowed it to equal 0. It must just be bigger than that, okay? Again, another really common mistake here is what people do is say k must be bigger than 5 and k is less than 1. This doesn't make sense. If we write it as one inequality, k can't be bigger than 5 and less than 1 at the same time. It's either one or the other. So we can't write it as a single inequality. Okay?